Merry meet and welcome Libra. Libra sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. I'm having quite a day today, but I'm having a good time. Libra, sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Libras starting today, the 22nd of December 2023. As you can see, I'm reading with the Stone Visconti Tarot by Lily Stone. I don't know what's going on with Lily Stone, but none of her gorgeous decks are available at this time. I did put a link to other decks in the video description of this video, but I just felt like reading with this one today. I've already purified with this mono theme, verbena, and you can find links to all of that in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. Like I said, the tarot deck isn't available, unfortunately. Hopefully she'll come back with these soon. We're streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Jennifer, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Dre. And thank you to everybody, Libras and friends of Libras, for joining us today. Oh my goodness. I hope you're having a fabulous day, no matter where you are. And if you are not, I hope that we can help turn that around with this reading today. If you're watching us on YouTube, please, before I say that, if you are watching these streams and you want to fast forward through all my shuffling, if you're watching on a restream, you can use the video description, use the timestamps in the video description to fast forward to the readings. Gosh, my words today, my words. Where are my words? I lost them. Aren't these pretty though? These are just gorgeous. They're huge, so they're easy to like drop, but they are just gorgeous. I hope she comes back out with more decks because she's very talented. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And if you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch, and you can watch on Twitch without any ads by subscribing to us there. Oh my gosh, these are so big, and I've got huge hands. I don't know how you normally would shuffle these. I tried ripple shuffling them before. They don't work out very well. It's comical. I mean, let's see if I can do it. No, see, I can't get my hands around it. They're too long. They're too big. But they are so beautiful. You're gonna love this, Libra. All right, Libra, this is very nice and shuffled. I'm going to give this a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Libras. It's very serious now, Ariel. Very serious. Now stop laughing. Stop having a good time. It's not about that. It's about Libra. Okay, let's see. Oh, death card. I love a good death card. Followed by, what it says, 3, say, oh, I like a good 6 of swords. That's nice. And then, the Knight of Swords. You know, this is going to be fine. Death card. This has been going on for a while with Libras, as far as I know. Just like problems dying, things ending. It's good. It's good. You want lots of this. Can I have an extra side of death, please? Thank you. This is a wonderful card for you because there's so many things in the past that you really want to leave in the past. And you've been doing well with that. And this is just a nice confirmation of that, I think. I'm going to open it up and see if there's something specific to this. But I think right now it feels like an affirmation that you're doing really well. And the 6 of Swords is whatever, conflicts and problems that are remaining. You're recognizing that it's not necessarily up to you to fix them, but that there is a power that you can connect to, which I call the solar light, that can just lift them out of you or lift you out of them. So that's all really good. The only thing I don't love is this Knight of Swords, because it says that you're still kind of predisposed to let other people hook you, to let other people manipulate you and bother you. And I can hear you saying almost through the through the internet, no, I'm not. Okay. I know you don't think you are, but you got to be careful of this. You got to be careful of how are you getting hooked and who's hooking you and how do they know how to press your buttons? Whoever this is and whoever these people are, it's not about them. It's about you. It's about you having buttons that are pushable. And that's what the solar light's all about, to lift your buttons out of you, to lift you out of the buttons So then there's nothing to press anymore. There's no buttons they can press. There's no way they can hook you. And that's a great thing, because especially the people we love press our buttons. And they don't even necessarily always mean to. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they're very intentional about the button pushing. But sometimes it's just how things are. But when you are, when you let this solar light lift you out of that, then you're available to love those people without fearing the interaction of them, with them, interaction with them. So let's cut this and see what's under the surface of all of this. What's going on? So we've got this is endings upon endings. 8 of Wands on top of the Death card. Whew, I love good endings. And there's a lot of good endings here. Sometimes endings are scary, I know. So if it's not the most wonderful endings that you've been going through, know that they are wonderful ultimately. It can be hard, it can be challenging, but it can also be wonderful when things end. So these are all good endings ultimately. See, this was in the general reading today. This is, you're too impatient with yourself to know what to do. That's why you call on that solar light. If you rely only on your own efforts regarding letting go of things or resolving things, you're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to do it because you have this impatience with yourself that I think sometimes that's why people can push your buttons, because they know that you don't think that you're good enough. And since they, even subliminally, since they know that you feel that way, they know that they can walk all over you sometimes. And I know I can hear you go, no, they don't. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not trying to upset you, Libra. I'm just trying to tell you what the cards say here. And that's, you're not supposed to be walked all over. You're not supposed to be walked all over. And you're also not supposed to know how to handle every little thing. You're not supposed to know how to get over every little pattern in your life and every little neurotic thought that you have. You're not supposed to know how to do that. But there's a power that does know how to do that. So working with that solar light will lift you out of all of that, and you don't have to figure it out. You don't have to figure it out, and you'll just be free of it. Now, if there's more to do, you'll be shown. You'll be guided. Sometimes we're guided to therapists and things like that to handle some of these things. Sometimes we're guided to have no contact with people. Sometimes we're guided to resolve things with people. It just depends. Every situation is unique, but you'll be guided and led, recognizing that this power, this solar light, is all wisdom, and it can supersede any of the places in your own mind where you're still vulnerable to other people's manipulation, right? And it's not that you're bad, and that's why that you're capable of being manipulated. It's that you're a human being, just like the rest of us. And I think sometimes you hold yourself to such a high standard that you can't ever enjoy yourself. And that's what the solar light wants you to stop, wants you to enjoy yourself, wants you to love yourself, wants you to be happy. What a concept, huh? Being happy. Wouldn't that be nice, just to have a happy day or a happy week, maybe then a happy life? You deserve that. Solar light thinks you deserve that. So I've been shuffling, so I got to cut again. It's fine to do that, but then I think it's just a nervous tick. Actually, when I have a deck of cards in my hand, I have to shuffle. Okay. And then we've got this this Pope card. So here again, you think that they have all the power. They know everything. They. And you're not smart enough. You're not good enough. You're just little old me. And therefore they can walk all over you. No, it's not true. That's not the case. That may have been true for you before, but this is what's ended. Don't let the ego try to recreate in the same rut, the same groove that it used to be the case. You've been through enough. So now you can just stop. call on that solar light, call on that higher power, and ask to be removed and released and protected from your own ego's tendency towards getting back into old ruts and old habits. They don't know more than you do. They're not healthier than you are, whoever they are. They're not smarter than you. They're not better than you. They're not bigger than you. They're not more powerful than you. And they're definitely not more important than you, whoever they are in your mind. You have everything you need to be happy, Libra, in this life. But just like the rest of us, left to our own devices, we can't do it. We can't figure it out because we as human beings are kind of sick, right? So that's why we have things like spiritual practice. That's why we have things like this solar light to bring us up out of our own neurotic patterns and introduce us to who we really are. And who you really are is a deserving, loving, beautiful, happy, joyous, and free soul who has been dealing with all kinds of drama for years and years probably. And that drama is ended and it wants to start again. And you're going to say what? No. You're going to say, no, we're not doing that. We're not starting drama. We're not getting hooked. We're not getting our buttons pushed. We're not getting walked all over. We're not getting manipulated. But it's not up to me to figure out how. I have a higher power that can do all of that for me. So if you don't know how to do that solar light meditation, you may want to try it. That's just a way. It's not the way. It's just a way to move into that power. Because in Kabbalah, sphere number 6 represents the sun, which represents the power of spirit that can do for us everything we can't do for ourselves. It represents the divine design of your life, which does not include being manipulated, which does not include being walked all over, which does not include all these kinds of problems. And it definitely does not include you not being good enough. So that's why we call upon this rather than trying to rely on our own devices sometimes. Because how can the part of our minds that doesn't think it's good enough start to feel like it's good enough? It can't. It's not programmed to do that. It can't find its way out of its own box. So we have to ask to be lifted out of that. Because it's an old tape that you picked up a long time ago, just like a lot of us did. You're in a big club. I think that probably the majority of all people alive throughout history don't think they're good enough. So you're in a nice big club, but you don't have to live your life like this anymore. And you can be above the fray. So, and you've already done it. You've already done it. You've already kicked those problems to the curb. It's over. So don't start them again. And that's just an ego. It's an ego trick to just sort of lull you into sleep and get you back into a habit. No. Calling on that solar light, lift you out of that. You stop all of that in its tracks. You're not less than anybody else. There's not one person walking the face of the planet now or in any part of history who is more deserving than you are. That is better than you are. It's just how it is. It's true about everybody, but right now this is about you. And so this Two of Cups is a very, it's not that it's a negative card. It's just an iteration of part of the human condition, and that's that we are super impatient with ourselves and we're super hard on ourselves. And that super impatience and hard on ourselves attitude invites other people to do the same. And so we're going to just stop that in its tracks before it becomes a thing, because you've already done it. That's the thing. You've already done all this. It's over. You don't have to go through this again. So just allowing yourself to see the pattern before it establishes itself, calling out and asking for help and receiving that help. And that's what the Six of Swords is. And that's sitting right at the base of the whole reading. And so working with that 6 is so important. Working with that solar light, working with that power that knows the truth about you better than you do. so that you don't get sucked into people's drama again. And you're going to do great. You're going to do great. And it's no surprise that this is coming up right before the holidays or right around the holidays. That's when these things tend to happen for all of us. So you've got all the tools you need at your disposal now so that you don't get sucked into any problems. And you're going to do really well. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to the amazing moderators, Jennifer and Dre. And we will see you in 2 weeks, Libra. Blessed be.